Let's understand the concept of area. We will start with the qualitative definition of area. Area is the size or measure or amount of space enclosed within the boundaries of a closed plane figure. Area is the quantity that expresses the extent of a surface or planar lamina in the plane. It can also be defined as the space occupied by a flat shape or surface. Now let's see its quantitative definition. Area of a given surface is equal to total area of unit squares contained in it or required to cover it completely. Now the question arises, what is a unit square? A square of side unit length, that is 1 centimeter, 1 meter, etc. is called a unit square. On the left we have a unit square of 1 centimeter. On the right we have a unit square of 1 meter. The area of a unit square of side 1 centimeter is taken as 1 square centimeter. The area of a unit square of side 1 meter is taken as 1 square meter. And similarly, the area of unit square of side 1 inch is taken as 1 square inch, and so on. We use these unit squares to get the areas of any plane figure. Therefore, if q unit squares of side 1 meter each are contained in the given surface, the area of the given surface is equal to area of q unit squares of side 1 meter each, which can be written as q into area of each unit square of side 1 meter. But as I have already mentioned, the area of unit square of side 1 meter is 1 square meter. Therefore, we can write as q into 1 square meter, and we know multiplying q by 1 remains the same. Therefore, it is equal to q square meters. That means that numerically the value remains the same as the number of squares used. Hence, the area of a given surface is numerically equal to the number of unit squares contained in it or required to cover it completely. Now let's see how to find the area of any given figure or surface. We have to find out how many unit squares are required to cover the given surface, or we have to find out how many unit squares are contained in the given surface. For example, if 24 unit squares of side 1 cm each are required to cover the whole surface, then the area of the surface is taken as 24 square centimeter, and if 24 unit squares of side 1 meter each are required, then the area of the surface is taken as 24 square meter, and so on. Let's now find the area of a rectangle. For this, we need a unit square of convenient size. Here we are going to find the area of a rectangle whose length is equal to 4 centimeters and breadth is equal to 3 centimeters. Therefore, I have selected a unit square of side 1 centimeter. Now I started placing these unit squares within the rectangle, and I see that I require 12 unit squares to fill this rectangle. Therefore, the area of the given rectangle is equal to area of 12 unit squares of side 1 centimeter each, which is equal to 12 into area of each unit square of side 1 centimeter, and we know the area of unit square of side 1 centimeter is taken as 1 square centimeter. Therefore, I can write it as 12 into 1 square centimeter, which is equal to 12 square centimeter. Let's derive the formula for area of a rectangle whose length and breadth are given. Suppose we have to find the area of a rectangle whose length is L units and breadth is B units. For this, I would fill this rectangle with unit squares of side 1 unit. So since the length of this rectangle is L units, along its length I can place L unit squares, and since its breadth is B units, along its breadth I can place B unit squares. And on dividing the whole figure into unit squares, I see that in each column will have B unit squares and in each row will have L unit squares. So now if you want to get the area of this rectangle, we have to add up the areas of all these unit squares. So for this, the area of the rectangle can be written as area of unit squares that are contained in the rectangle, which is equal to number of unit squares into area of each unit square. So the number of unit squares can be written as number of unit squares in first column plus number of unit squares in second column plus number of unit squares in third column, so on, the number of unit squares in nth column, which is the last column. into the area of each unit square. But we see that in each column there are b number of squares. So we have to add b l number of times, which can be written as L into B. This is the total number of squares in this figure, and the area of each unit square is 1 square unit. Therefore, the total area is equal to L into B, which is the number of squares in the figure, into area of each figure is 1 unit square. So on multiplying we get L into B square units. Therefore the total area of a rectangle whose length is L units and breadth is B units is equal to L into B unit squares. Now let's learn about the units of area. The units of area are the square of the units of length. If the unit of length is unit, the corresponding unit of area is square unit, which is written as square unit or unit square. Similarly, if the unit of length is millimeter, the unit of area would be square millimeter or millimeter square, and so on. You can see from the chart. Now let's learn what we mean by area of a given surface is q square units. It means the area of the given surface is equal to the area of q unit squares, each of side 1 unit, or it means q unit squares, each of side 1 unit are contained in the given surface. For example, the area of a given surface is 100 meters squares. It means the area of the given surface is equal to area of 100 squares, each of side 1 meter. Thank you for watching this video and keep watching my channel for more and more videos like this.